Hello everybody, welcome to Race 2 of the iGPFun SRF season. We are visiting MidOhio, 27 laps in the race, approximately 45 minutes as usual. Very exciting track, especially in the Spec Racer Ford. We expect a lot of passing and excitement. Pole position went to Charlie Summers with a 1:36.5 lap time. Luca Varani behind him, 300ths of a second behind. Matthias Weiger was third on the grid, and Quentin Kent, I apologize for the pronunciation as always. Quentin is new to the league, well done, very good performance by him in qualify. Row 3 for Edward Forer and Stian Svensson. Stian was third at the end of the Watkins Glen race last week. Wayne Morgan, always fast in qualify, and Jason Perry, first race of the season for him. He had to miss the Glen race. Conan Blamey and Richard Yalland on row 5. Giovanni Sellito and Ed Rice. Luca Agretti, 13th place for him, down the grid. That's a little unusual for him. And Ronnie Amighetti beside him. George Vasmulakis, very good performance for him at the Glen. He dropped back only on the very final lap. Drew Lanzaro, position 16. Tim Seddle and Gerard McAreevy. Claudio Ferrari, position 19, is actually the last car which is within 1 second of a pole. 19 drivers in 1 second is not bad. There is always good fighting and good racing in the iGPFun races. Mike King starts 20th. He won the Division 2 standings, the Division 2 race at Watkins Glen. Oscar Martinez-Marti and Jeff Bixby on row 11. Steve Ray and Robert Fears. Florian Carré, unusually behind. He has been driving the Radical lately. He has lost some pace with the SRF. Carl Vetters, poor unlucky performance by him in qualify. He is expected to move up the standings during the race. Cristobal Gutierrez and Manning Greenan. Adam Bradshaw and Josh Smets. Jonathan Kier and Ryan Sorrell. Anthony Carbone Jr., Tim Phillips. Daniel Ardila Sanchez, Wayne Walker. The last row is for Don Brooks and Andy Rowe. They had problems in qualify. They're actually not starting. They're not taking place. They're not taking position on the grid. The cars are gridding right now. They're getting ready to start. There are several passing places on the track. We will hopefully point them out during the broadcast. Turn 1 is certainly not one. It's a very fast corner, very quick entry. It's difficult to go side by side through there. We do not expect any passing really at race start. The race is starting now. Here we go. There was an accident, unfortunately, in the back of the image. It was Richard Yalland in the white car that did not start. He was standing still on the grid. He was hit by Ed Rice, I believe, who has some damage. Apart from this, everybody is behaving properly as always in the iGPFun races. Cars are free abreast in the middle of the keyhole hairpin. That's impressive. These are the leaders driving down towards China Beach. This is one of the prime passing spots in the track. Charlie Summers with the orange car is actually getting a spin. That's very well driving by Matthias and well, just about everybody to avoid him. Let's go back to the racing actually. So Charlie Summers, he was on pole, he is actually last right now. That was Ken 10 driving wide in the white and red car, avoiding any trouble. That was an unusually exciting first lap. So Varani is actually leading the race with a 2-second gap over Matthias Weiger. That means the cars are actually out of draft range. That's very important. Varani has a chance to drive away. There was somebody in the grass outside of turn 1, white and blue car. I don't quite know who he was. Edward Forer in the white and blue car attacking Weiger on the inside. Wayne Morgan passing the two of them, it looks like it. Behind them there is a lot of action. Somebody was going 3 wide. Let's see if we can... That's a loss of control. It's still the white and blue car, the same one that was wide in turn 1, I believe. You can appreciate the inclines, the up and down that you get on this wonderful track. This is Thunder Valley, another difficult off-camber, very fast corner leading into this fast section of the track. This is the battle for second. I can see on my lap time that Varani actually has a 2.4 seconds advantage over car 2, which is Wayne Morgan right now. Varani just lapped in 1:36.6. That would have been good enough for second place in qualify. He's trying to opening a gap. In the back, in the green car, is Luca Agretti, green and grey, trying to have a look on the inside of Gianni Sellito. These are the cars. Actually, Edward Forer, I thought he was going to attack Matthias, but it's actually not the case. Let me get the driver information map. This is lap 3 out of 27. Whoops. I apologize for that. Some technical problems, as you can see. So the lap information you can see at the top is actually correct. What is not correct, unfortunately, it's the scoring that you can read at the bottom. The cars are actually off by 2 positions, sorry. So when you read Adam Bradshaw position 22nd, is actually 20th, or 21 is actually 19th. I apologize for that. It's beyond my control, nothing I can do about it. I'm sorry. Matthias Weiger and Wayne Morgan. This is the battle for second place. Again, it's written 4th place, but that is not correct. Matthias passing Wayne for position 2. These guys are going side by side a lot as well. Let's go back to the group of leaders. Up ahead, Varani now has a 3.4 seconds advantage, 36.6 again in the last lap for him. Driving fast, trying to open up a gap. He clearly succeeded. The drivers behind him are fighting for position and slowing down a little. Let's have a look at Conlan Blaney. It's the blue and black car, number 7. Claudio Ferrari behind him. Up ahead you can see some passing. It was Wayne Morgan overtaking Matthias Weiger for position 2 again. Again, the informations you can read at the top in the ticker is correct, so the positions are correct. It's only the information at the bottom which is wrong. Again, it is off by 2 places. Cristobal Gutierrez now attacking, who was that? I'm not sure. It was not Cristobal, it was actually Jeff Bixby overtaking Team Saddle for position 15. 3 cars side by side behind them. Let's go back again to the battle for second place. Matthias Weiger very close to Wayne Morgan. This is the view from his camera. That's close. Matthias does not want to attack in turn 1. As I was saying, it is not a corner where you want to pass, really. Cars are going to get closer under braking again, I guess. A slide by Wayne. Very close. Oh, I think there was some contact actually. Too bad. No damage it seems. I think he just lost it under acceleration and then he tried to counter steer and he had the pendulum effect and lost it again. Luca Agretti attacking Gianni Sellitol in the yellow car, passing for position 5 now. This guy seems to be having fun, which by the way is the name of the series. I can see a lot of battles around position 20 as well. Let's have a look at Conlan on the inside of Gerald McAreevy. Good skills by both of them, going side by side through these very difficult corners. Battle for 8th place. I believe Claudio Ferrari, now 10, the red car, number 27, is actually the leader of the Division 2 standings. Gianni Sellito running over a cone. George attacking him at the hairpin. Behind them it was Conlan trying to get on the inside of Gerard. Up ahead, Matthias Weiger. Following Eder Forer. Stian Svensson moved up to position 4 and actually caught the two cars ahead of him. So it's a 3 cars battle for second place. Varani is now 4.6 seconds ahead of position 2, Edward Forer. This is the gap. But let's stay on these cars, much more exciting. Varani finished 5th at the Glen, I believe. Matthias Weiger, now in position 3, was 2nd at the Glen. Edward Forer retired, but he was up to 5th place in the early race. Stian Svensson was position 3 at the end of the Watkins Glen race. Actually, Luca Agretti moved up to 5th place. Here they are. Let me get a wider angle camera. Somebody driving out of the pits, that is Anthony Carbone, the red and black car. Lap 8 out of 27 meantime, by the way. Again, some action up for position 2. Edward moving to the inside. Matthias not attacking. Let's have a look inside the car. I will try to get other people in the shot. This is Adam Bradshaw, sorry, trying to attack Manning Green. Some damage for Adam. I think he was involved in the accident on the grid as well. Jonathan Kier is behind him. He gained a lot of places at the Glen in the race. I mean, here he started 31, is now 20th, actually 18th, sorry. So very good race performance by him as well. Jonathan is the yellow car, number 9. Another group of cars fighting is Ryan Sorrell, close to Jeff Bixby and Tim Phillips. They are battling for position 23. Let's follow them for a second. You can see cars side by side on the back straightaway. I'm not sure who it was Gianni Sellito and Georgi Varsmoulakis, I believe, or Gianni Sellito and Gerard Macarivi. I'm not sure, Gerard Macarivi. The yellow car attacking up ahead, it was Jonathan Kier passing Adam Bradshaw. Bradshaw not yet, actually. Well done, another position gain. Let's move back to the battle for second place. Apologies. Lap 10 out of 27. Position 5 up by himself, but is actually Luca Agretti. He started 13th, so good pace by him. He finished 4th at the Glen. He's moving up now as well. Let's follow these 3 guys battling for second place. Let me give you a quick readout of the standings. That was a nice slide by Matthias, actually The slide is not nice, it costs a lot of time, but the control was nice. So Luca Varani is leading the race. 5.4 seconds behind him is Edward Forer, then Matthias Weiger, Stian Svensson, Luca Agretti, position 5, George Vasmoulakis is 6, position 7 for Gianni Sellito, Gerard Macarivi is 8, Claudio Ferrari 9, Wayne Morgan, he dropped to 10th place after his spin in the early laps. He's now 5.7 seconds behind Claudio Ferrari, whereas the previous 4 cars are within 1 second right now, so that's 4 cars in a second. Matthias having maybe a look at the inside, not really. So we were at Claudio Ferrari position 8. By the way, the standings are now off by a single position, so you can read at the bottom. Matthias Weiger is indicated as 4th, he's actually 3rd. It's getting better, not quite correct yet. Nothing I can do about it, sorry. So let's change focus to the group battling for position 6, and let's keep reading the standings. So Wayne Morgan is 10th, Steve Ray position 11, that's good performance by him as well. He started 23rd, so he gained some 12 places, 11 places, I forgot where he started actually. And by the way, the standings, you can read at the bottom, are now correct. So Gianni Sellito is indeed 7th. Let's go back to the standings. I will never finish reading them. Conlan Blaney is 12th. 13th place for Quentin Kint, or whatever you pronounce it, I apologize. Oscar Marti is 14th. Carl Vetters up to 15th place as expected. He moved up from 28th on the grid. Manning Greenham, Jonathan Kier, position 17. Mike King is 18th. Not a great performance by him this time. He started 20th. Adam Bradshaw is 19th. Ed Rice is 20th after the crash on the grid. This is George passing Gianni Sellito for 5th place. Position 21 is Ryan Sorrell. Jeff Bixby is 22nd. Tim Phillips, Cristobal Gutierrez, Jason Perry. A lot of problems for him, quite a few spins in the early race. Pios Smets, Wayne Walker, Daniel Ardila Sanchez, and Charlie Summers is 29th right now. Florian Carré, 30th, 31, Tim Seddle. Ronnie Amighetti is 32nd, 2 laps behind. I think he actually retired. This is the view from the gearbox of George. What are you doing, Gianni? This is not a place to attack. Gianni actually gave a chance to Gerard to have a look, but Gerard is actually sitting tight behind him. I feel it's the right thing to do. Oh, meanwhile, I apologize. I did not realize it, but Edward Forer actually dropped to 8th place. I missed the action. He has no damage. I have no idea what happened. I guess he must have spun. Gianni overtaking George. Matthias and Stian. Now Stian is in second place. I apologize, I missed the action. I don't know what happened to Edward. These guys are really close to each other. .8 seconds is the advantage of running the lead. This is lap 14, so we are just about halfway through the race. Stian getting some dirt on the outside of turn 1, that's not a problem. This was Matthias lifting instead. Luca Gretti, you can read it at the bottom, is up to 4th place, is 7 seconds behind these guys. Doesn't seem to be able to catch them, of course. Behind them, Gerald Macarivi has now overtaken George. And Edward has actually joined this group, so we'll move the camera to them in a second. Here they are. The group is getting spread out, of course. This is not the easiest track. This section is really demanding. Information for a second. Edward is clearly faster than the cars ahead of him. But it is actually Georg, very, very close to Gerard. I don't know if I would attack here, to be honest. Sure, you get the pass, but then you open yourself up to attack on the following straight because you are compromising your exit speed. It's going to be a freeway battle into China Beach. That's very nice. I think it was Edward getting the best of it, but Georg resisting, and now is Gerard having a look inside. We need some wider shots. I cannot find the right camera angle. This is very tight, second to last corner, second gear, maybe third. People are tempted to pass there, but it can be really dangerous. Drivers take a late apex, and it's actually very easy to have contact. Georg is gaining some ground on Edward. I'm a little bit surprised. Meanwhile, up ahead, Matthias is now in second place. These drivers have been swapping position. The gap to the leader is always 5.7 seconds, so it's constant right now. 1 minute 36.8, the last lap time by Matthias. Fastest lap for him in the race is 37.78, so very close to his top performance. I don't know if he maybe got a draft. Wayne Morgan has reached Claudio Ferrari in the meantime, and the group of cars fighting for position 5. Gianni Selito, the yellow car, is actually in 5th place. 16 laps almost completed. These drivers will start lap 17. Yes, you can read it at the top. Again, the information is now correct, so what you read on the screen is actually correct. You can appreciate the gap between Matthias and Stian and the rest of the group when you get this wide shot of the straights leading into and out of the keyhole hairpin. Wayne Morgan, black car, attacking Claudio Ferrari. That's also, I believe, the battle for the lead in Division 2. Up ahead is George attacking Gianni Selito. Selito once again. Luca Gretti in the green car is having a lonely race. I don't know if he prefers being ahead of this guy but alone, or I think he would probably rather be in the middle of the battle. Let me see if we can get somebody else on camera. Edward was, yeah, let's look at Edward. He was almost hitting Gianni or Gerard, I don't know. Oh, that was bad. Let's see if we can get a replay. So the white and blue car, this is a replay. He misjudged his braking, almost hits Gianni Selito, and then is side by side with Wayne, and the two cars just run into each other. I'm not sure, I think it's just a racing incident, hard to blame one or the other, but that was unfortunate, and Edward had to retire just after that. Okay, so let's try to look at somebody else on track. This is Jonathan Kier, position 16. Ed Rice ahead of him. You can see the scars on his car. That was the crash he had on the grid. Ryan Sorrell is attacking Adam Bradshaw. Adam Bradshaw, the other cars that unfortunately hit the standing car of Richard Yalland on the green. So let me get the driver information up again. Ryan defending the inside. We'll see if Adam can complete the pass. Looks like it. Nice action. As you can see, you don't need to be leading races to have fun in this series. There is action everywhere throughout the field. Meanwhile, Jason Perry, the yellow and black car, is position 21. He's catching these guys. I apologize, I cannot follow everybody, but it's a lot of cars. I hope you're still enjoying the broadcast. Ryan Sorrell is very close to Adam now. Wayne Morgan on the inside, getting out of the pits. Clearly he had to repair the car. After the incident with Edward Forer. Unlucky race for Wayne. He's getting a draft now. Three abreast getting into China Beach, and Jason, don't do that. That was unfortunate again. Let's have a look at the replay. So this is the keyhole. The cars went three abreast, and of course had to slow down to enter the corner. Jason tried to take advantage of the situation, but he was very far back, so he just misjudged the braking and clipped Adam Bradshaw, spinning him. That's something, would be better not to see it, but of course mistakes do happen. Meanwhile, this is the battle for 5th place and 6th place. What happened here is that George disappeared. I have no idea where he is in the standings. He's actually in position 9. I have no idea what happened. I apologize. This was a group of 6 cars fighting each other. Now it's broken up, and George has lost 4 places. Giannis a little is wide by himself. That's a waste of a position. So we had Claudio Ferrari in the red car overtaking Gerard for position 5 now, and then Gianni drove off by himself in the sand. Nice pass, nice speed under braking by Gerard. Carl Vetters up to position 12. He started 28th, I believe, 26th. So it's 14 places gained. Well done, Carl. Quentin is behind him. I believe Quentin is Belgian, just like Carl. Carl, please excuse me if I'm wrong. Behind them is Ed Rice. Good performance by him as well. And then there is Jonathan Kier and Mike King. These yellow and green cars. Sorry. Quentin, having a look at the inside, on the inside, passing. He had a nice exit out of turn 1, so he could use the draft to gain a position. We'll see if now Carl will take the position back under braking at the end of a long straight. I never know if it's straight or straight away. Sorry, I like straight. I think Americans say straight away. I have no idea if I'm making up my own English or if I'm speaking British English. Some damage at the front for Quentin. Must have had some contact. Let's have a look at this corner. It's very fast. Fourth gear, you lift just a little. You can have a little stab of the brakes just to help the car turn, but it can be a scary corner. And then there is this one, which is not scary at all, but it's very frustrating because the car just wants to understeer wide, so you are constantly fighting it. 5 laps to go. Meanwhile, let's move back to the battle for second place. The drivers are still 5.6 seconds behind Varani. These two drivers have been passing each other all the time, really. I didn't follow them just because I wanted to show as many drivers as possible in the broadcast, but I bet they have had fun. Lap 22, so it's going to be 5 laps to go at the end of this one. The tires are probably starting to give up a little. Mattias in the yellow and very colorful car, Stian in the black car. Claudio Ferrari is still battling with Gerard for position 5. I can see that in the scoring. I'm not sure why Mattias didn't attack here. He's just maybe he's taking care of the tires and just sitting behind him, behind Stian, and taking it easy. There is no time to catch the leader unless he spins out. Meanwhile, Claudio Ferrari is side by side. He just passed Gerard for position 5. Luca Agretti is 4th by himself. Here he is. We never have a look at him. But sorry, you are alone. There are cars battling, so that's what we are trying to follow. Karl Vetters, he was just passed by Ed Rice. I lost it. That's another three cars action. Charlie Summers. Oh, that was a crash by Ryan, unfortunately touching Cristobal on corner exit. And was the number 36 car having a spin? He almost saved it, but in the end he did not. I apologize, I can. It's Daniel Ardila Sanchez. Here he is, trying to get back on track safely. Well done, Daniel. You waited for a gap between cars. And of course I was looking at something else, so Mattias decided to pass Stian. Sorry. Lap 24. 3 laps to go at the end of this one. 3.5 laps now. I think we are going to follow these 2 cars for the rest of the race, and then on the last lap we will try to switch to Gerard and Claudio for the battle for 5th place. And by the way, yes, I can confirm that Claudio is the leader of the Division 2 standings. I just checked. You can see in the distance the purple car of Varani. It's now still 5.6 seconds ahead of these guys. Lap 25 out of 27. Claudio Ferrari is attacking Gerard meanwhile. Let's have a quick look. So now he is actually, Gerard is 5th, Claudio is 6th, then Giovanni Sellito 7, Conlan Blamey moved up to 8th place. Well done, Conlan. He was the black car running over all the cones. No points taken for that. Back to the battle for position 2. Charlie Summers is now 0.3 seconds behind Manning Greenan, but battle for 17. He's probably attacking. Let's have a quick look at him. Yes, he passed. Move back to the leaders. Not the leaders, sorry, it's position 2. Lap 26 just started, so it's 2 laps to go. Varani seems to have the race under control. He slowed down a little. The last lap. 1:37.5.4. But he still has a 5.3 seconds advantage. We'll see if Stian will decide to pass now, or if we'll prefer to stay behind so that he can attack on the last lap, using the draft to pass more easily. It seems that's his tactics. Behind them, Gianni Sellito has caught Claudio and Gerard in the battle for 5th. We're going to switch to them later after the finish line on the last lap. Matthias seems to have taken an advantage. That was a big slide by Stian. Maybe that's the race for them. Stian is now 1 second behind Matthias. I bet that the tires of Stian just gave up. Alright, that's not the end of the race. This is Matthias having trouble. It must be the tires. We have a race again. You can see the dirt on the front of Matthias' car. Matthias is wide. It's really wide. Okay, so that's the end. Let's move to the battle for 5th place. There is no way that Matthias can catch Stian back. He is 3 seconds behind him. This is more interesting now. A late attack by Claudio in the red car. Gerard managed to defend. That gave Gianni in the yellow car a chance to attack, but he had to brake and almost lost it in the off-camber corner we just passed. There is no passing anymore from here to the end of the lap. Maybe the second to last corner. Meanwhile, Varani has won the race. Ian Vansen is second, Matthias Weiger third, Luca Agretti fourth. This is the battle for 5th place. It's Gerard, then Claudio, then Gianni Sellito. Close over the line, but nothing they can do about it. Position 8 for Conlan Blamey. George is 9, 10 is 10. 11 is Oscar Martinez Marti. That was a nice performance by him. I'm not sure where he started. He started 21st. Also, well done, Oscar. Head rise is 12. Let's see if we can get a closer look of the cars. This was head rise. Karl Vetter's position 13 at the end. Jonathan Kier 14. Well, good performance by him. Jason Perry, I believe, was 15. I'm not sure. Let me check. Yes, Jason Perry was 15. And now, actually, I apologize, but the live scoring doesn't work anymore. Let me just move to some of the cars on track. So we'll just read the standings. Jason Perry, position 15. Charlie Summers is 15. Actually, you can read the standings here. The gaps are correct. Not Condan Blamey, of course, as you can see. So let's start again. Position 11 for Oscar Martinez Marti. Head rise is 12. Karl Vetters, Jonathan Kier, Jason Perry, Charlie Summers. He was on pole, spun out by himself on lap 1. He moved to the last place and back up to 16. Steve Ray, 17th. Manning Greenham is 18th. 19th place for Adam Bradshaw. Very close racing at the end for these guys as well. Only 0.3 of a second on the finish line ahead of Cristobal Gutierrez. The first 20 drivers score points in the league. Jeff Bixby, 24th. Wayne Morgan, after a couple of incidents. Ryan Sorrell, Florian Carré, Tim Phillips, Jos Smith, Wayne Walker, Tim Saddle, Daniel Ardila Sanchez, Robert Fiars, position 30th. 31, Mike King, he dropped back after the good win at the Glen. Edward Forer, he retired. Ronnie Amighetti, Anthony Carbone, Richard Yarland, Drew Lanzaro, they actually crashed out on the grid. Andrew Rowe and Don Brooks did not start. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. I did enjoy watching the race, and hope to see you next time at Sonoma Raceway or Sears Point. Thank you again for watching. Goodbye.